I see we're recording. We're ready to roll, Dan.
Streaming is coming up right now. Yeah.
Beautiful.
And Kevin will not be able to join us tonight. He's recovering.
Oh, what's wrong with him?
I don't know. He had a medical procedure, and he's still recovering. So
Okay.
All right. Shall we begin? First up is to the organizational meeting and the organizational book and appointments. Everyone got a copy of it. Do we have any questions or comments on that?
Thank you all for my new appointments.
You're welcome.
it's what happens when you don't show up to certain meetings.
Hey, but you got to be invited to them first.
Yeah, but then you might deny them. So
Well, that was the idea. But no, I'm good with it.
Good. All right. So I think we just need a motion to approve en masse.
Make a motion.
I'll second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous. Very good. Next up, authorization of the payment of the bills.
I'll make a motion that we authorize the payment of bills.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Very good. We don't actually have reports this week because this is not this meeting, because this is not the first meeting of the month. Privilege of the floor. Once, twice, thrice. Moving on. All right. New business. First up, approve April as Fair Housing Month.
Just a standard
Always a good idea.
CDBG thing. Yep.
Hey, really don't. It's great.
To get CDBG funding, you got to do that every year. So it's always good to do.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second it.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous. All right. Next. Well, yeah.
Dan, do we need a resolution for that, or just a simple approval for Fair Housing Month?
Simple approval, then I'll make an advertisement in the local paper.
Okay.
All right. Next up, appoint Phil Stockton as Superintendent of Streets and Parks as interim until successful completion of the civil service exam.
Did we
I'll
really
make
do
that
that?
motion. I'll make that.
Effective, do we need to put in effective 1 April?
Yeah, effective April 1st. Yes.
Okay.
Good thinking. All right. So Tim made the motion. Do we have a second?
I thought
It's-
Pat did, I thought.
Sure, I'll second.
All right. Pat did.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Good guy.
Congratulations. All right. Next up, approve Mike Carter as full-time MEO.
I'll make the motion that we do that.
I'll second.
Discussion? All in favor?
As of 1 April.
As of 1 April. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Unanimous. Very good. Okay. Next up is to approve the revised cemetery sexton position.
I read it. I really liked the one that said empathy, which is pretty important.
Oh, that makes sense, right?
Oh, yeah.
Hal, this is actually changed because the cemetery sexton isn't technically working in the field, but ours is. So when that's the issue with the job description. So I had it readjusted at civil service.
Got it.
I'll make a motion. We approve the position as written.
I'll second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous. All right. Approve access lease with Nice Egg. So this is for the Route 11 budget, the old Budget Inn motel they need access to. And let me look. I know that they sent the revised. Here, duration. Yeah, they got it. They do have it for 3 years. We'll have to just work around that with the grant, you know.
Well, you know, it's going to always take longer for them to do that job than they
I think
planned.
that's
I
probably.
mean,
what
that's
we're
an ugly job.
figuring. Yeah.
Good luck. I'm glad they're doing it, but it's not going to be pretty.
The only good thing is they're already starting to move equipment in,
Yeah.
so that means they're gonna get right at it.
So, and it's $24,000 a year for us. So,
That goes towards the park and stuff, so that's all good, and we can do a lot of the other part of the park.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I drove by there today, and I'm not sure. I didn't take a look at the tax map, but it looked like they were a bit on the former transmission shop property as well. I think we should take a look at that. See if
oh,
there's,
yeah.
because if not, then we'll need to do a separate agreement, I think, for that as well, if they're going to be in part of it.
Yeah, absolutely. I just have a feeling that's going to come into it, that they're gonna want that too. So,
Especially if it's all cleaned up and it's not there.
right, and they can
Building,
get easy access to the river. Exactly.
Well, I mean, it looks like they've already been working on either side of the connex that's there. So I'm pretty sure that wasn't our guys cleaning up back there. So that I'm
Okay.
pretty sure it was them already.
Yeah, I'll reach out to Fred in the morning and let him know and ask him what's going on with that.
Okay.
For now, do we have a motion to approve the lease agreement?
I'll make the motion to approve the lease agreement as written and discussed our last board meeting and this one also.
I'll second it.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Unanimous. The next is this as part of this, we did get them to give us an easement to use the old Nice Egg site as a parking lot. I think that they were going to give us I think it's 99 years. I don't think this email is the most current one.
I thought it was in perpetuity.
Let's see. Yeah, it is in perpetuity. Yep. Yeah, there it goes. Easement, grant the rights and activities listed below in perpetuity without an annual fee. Yeah, so that's good. So we can make it our parking lot and for the linear park, which
It'll
is
be nice and safe and a good spot.
yeah. That to me, that's great because for years, I've been trying to get in touch with NICEAG and get them to even respond to me about that. So
I'll make the motion that we accept their offer.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous. Okay, very good. Let's see. Set final check run for year end 2/28 as March 31st, 2021.
I guess that's all right. I'll make the motion.
Yeah.
I
Second.
don't know what it quite means, but I'm in for it.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous. Next
Tanya
up,
wants it. It's usually the right thing.
next up, approve the final police EO 203 report. This was a long time in the making. We started in June of
Chief
last year.
Pittman did a great job.
He is top notch. Yes, he did. He did.
And the
fantastic.
report is in our minutes so people can see it.
Yep.
And I thought he did a great job. And I think our whole police force is on top of it and they're doing the right thing. And
Yeah, no, we
I
are
don't
terrific.
see where anybody's really going to find umbrage with, how they do things.
And Andrew did a great job, with the surveys and putting all the data together and putting the final document together. So really a good collaborative effort. And now we can send it off and be done with it. So
I'll make a motion that we approve and send it off to the state.
I'll second that.
any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Unanimous.
Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Chief.
Thank you.
Are you all set with me?
All set.
All right, you guys have a good night.
So,
You
You
too.
too.
so who's going to send this in?
Tanya has the thing that needs to get signed and that certifies that we did certify it tonight, and then we mail it off.
There's actually an email address on on page 122 of the manual the governor sent out.
Okay.
So we'll just email it all in there.
So, all right,
Excellent. Thanks, Chief.
Mike.
Just a quick comment. I won't name the municipality, but there's one that I deal with. They were struggling dramatically with this.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. So kudos to our team.
Oh yeah, no, it was, and we still need to purchase the whatever we're gonna get for Bada Belay for doing all that work she did for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, next up is to approve the Little League contract for the 2021 season. This is all right
I'll
with
make-
you?
Yeah, I was just gonna say I'll make the motion. Everything seemed to be all set. So
Okay, good.
yep. And I know Tanya was getting with Phil to go over any of the particulars that we just wanted to make sure we addressed.
I'll second.
Yes, Danny?
Before you vote, first of all, they asked me to thank you for doing all this, but also they want to use Kaleo for 1 to 3 days for skills assessment due to all the mud. I talked to Zach and he didn't see an issue. We would just notice out there that it's only Little League at the time. So they just asked me to tell you thank you for continuing this, and they just wanted to see if they could do that.
I don't see
The
any problem.
concession they'll decide later on too.
Okay. All right, so Tim made the motion. Ed, did you second? All
Yes.
in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Unanimous. All right.
Beautiful.
Next up is to approve the banner policy and form for the website.
Did anything change?
I don't know. Did we make changes to this, Tanya?
It says
Nothing's
3
really
weeks.
changed. Zach actually put that all together. The only thing we did is formalize it and give them deadlines. Of
Oh,
course,
okay.
if someone calls closer, they would work with someone to do it if we have time. But this actually gives all of it codified.
Yeah. Nope, that's good.
All right.
Do we think 3 weeks is enough time?
It can do it earlier.
It just has to get to a board meeting and can be approved and can be put up in a day. So we actually made it over 2 in case, just to guarantee having a board meeting.
I mean, I know the fire department has their own schedule for when they put these up. We can't just say, put it up tomorrow. That's not.
Yeah,
That's
we
what-
won't always be able to pick the exact day it goes up, but they'll have to know that.
I just want to make sure we're giving
Yeah.
our department enough time to adjust.
That's
Or
That's why the 3 weeks, so that we can call them before it even goes to the board.
okay.
If I could jump in, it also kind of relies on once they figure out who the next person in charge is, if that's the president or whoever,
Right.
who's going to take the lead from the fire department side. That person will be vital to this process. So,
Sure.
so that communication's fluid. But yeah,
I'll make a motion that we accept the banner hanging policy.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Next up is approve Amnesty Day for May 15th. Got to now because I already put it on my calendar.
Yeah, right. But
And
of
scheduled
course.
the garage sale for the week before. So
Perfect.
I'll make the motion that we make the 15th the day for amnesty.
I'll second that.
all in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous. All right. Unfortunately, Richard Hemmings, former Mayor Hemmings, had to resign from the planning board. So he sent us a letter, and so we just need to accept his resignation.
With regrets,
Yes.
make
Exactly.
a motion that we accept his resignation.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
He's done a lot for the community over the years as like
Yes,
mayor and planning board.
Yep.
And I believe
good
he's
guy.
part of the Homeville Museum or was. I mean, the guy is an outstanding citizen of the village and
He is.
he is
Yes,
to be
he is.
applauded.
Next is his replacement, Jessica. Tim, you want to pronounce that last name?
Schiffeliti?
Schiffeletti. I'm sorry. I don't have my paper in front of me, so I couldn't see it.
Schiffeletti. Appoint Jessica
Schiffeletti.
Schiffeletti as as a full member of the planning board from alternate. She had been an alternate.
Make the motion.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And unanimous. Okay. Next up is add Phil Stockton to the Lowe's account and any other DPW purchasing accounts.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous. All right. Next up, remove Mike Carter from the DPW purchasing accounts.
I'll make that motion.
Right. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Unanimous. Okay. The next up is approve rates for equipment. So this is any equipment that contractors or anybody that's using any village equipment has to pay, which is the going rate. So Tanya and Andrew kind of got all the numbers for us, so now we can codify it.
They're very reasonable, I thought.
Yeah.
Does that happen often?
I don't think it happens often, but say for example, if we do something in a return for goods for services or something for tax purposes, or just so we know, we need to be able to put a rate to it.
It's also for when we're doing our in-kind work on grants. So if we go down and work on the Route 11 site and we bring our equipment, this is the equipment charge that we can charge towards the in-kind for the grant.
Plus labor.
Exactly.
Right.
And that, my friend, is how we're going to be able to cover a lot of our in-kind on these grants.
Nice. I'll make the motion that we accept the rates as stated.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Okie doke. Next is we need to approve the bid for demolition of the 2 Route 11 sites.
I read it, and if Dan is happy with it, then I am.
The only thing that we need to specify is item number 3 on page 3. Rich put together some issues to be addressed. I guess we could be as specific or as non-specific as we want to be, just covering ourselves to making sure that everything's getting done to our specifications. So there's some items there to mull over. Whether you want them in the bid document or not is up to you. I did reach out to Phil and Mike to see if there was any particular things that they think that should be in there. I don't know if they've come up with some items. I probably did send this to you, Phil, so apologies. I'll send that to you later on tonight after the meeting. You can take a look at it, and we can just add a few items, and then we should be good, ready to go and get this out this week or the start of next week.
It had things like taking down the power lines and water possibly, make sure it's shut off so they don't dig through a pipe, that kind of thing. So it was actually some pretty thoughtful things. So Dan did, and whoever helped did some, we ought to definitely look at a lot of those things or put it all on the contractor as far as I'm concerned.
The first one we can ask Buzz right now, have the water and sewer laterals been disconnected from the mains for those 2 properties?
Yeah, the one it was trips.
Yeah.
That one is off. The one at the transmission place is not, it's off, but it's not unhooked from the main yet.
Okay. You guys can do that though, right?
Yep, we can do that.
All right. So yeah, so then number 1, we'll take care of that. Do we
I have a question for you, Hal.
Yeah.
Next time we have to dig or something like that in the road or something, I want you to control the traffic because there hasn't been a car went by since you've been there.
You get jokes and municipal government. It all happens right here. The next one is, does the village want the water and sewer lateral lines removed? I don't know, Buzz. What do you think?
Say that again now.
Do we want the laterals removed completely for those properties? I don't know if
Well,
it matters.
depending on the plans, actually, the water that goes across where the old budget in,
Yeah,
that's still there. I didn't remove that because that's a part, it's going to be the park, right?
right. Yeah, no, this is just for those other two trips in the transmission place.
I would leave it there just in case you need to water plants or have a water fountain or something.
All right. I mean, is
Just in
that okay?
case.
Do you see any problems with it, Buzz?
We can shut it off and unhook it on that side of the road. Just tie it away from the place so they don't pull it when they were taking down the building.
Got it. Okay. All right. There you go. We'll have to figure out the electrical service stuff.
Think you're gonna have to set that up with grid.
Probably. And then the next is how deep do we want to go? Yeah, I guess.
I think we should probably remove the foundations and everything.
Oh yeah, definitely the foundations, and everything.
I agree with everything. I think I'd leave it up to the contractor to how deep he has to go to dig up a foundation, fill it back in or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, we want everything completely taken out of there so that we can put in fill, and then I think we should just put fill, topsoil, seed, let the grass start to grow, and then we worry about the landscaping and stuff from just a green field.
Yeah.
I guess, can I say something?
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me? I'm sorry,
Yeah.
my speaker doesn't work on the computer, so I got my phone in front of me, plus I'm watching you on the computer, so. But in the depth part of it, maybe just see if you run into anything bad or something. I guess that would determine how deep you would have to go.
Right.
If there's anything bad in the, so
Yeah.
it might be 5-6 foot deep at some points if you run into something bad.
Right.
Just,
How should we phrase it to put it in there? Remove enough material to get to
for contaminants or
non.
Because I don't know if it's on that side of the road or the other side. I think it's the other side that we ran into that oil stuff, which is they're taking care of that part of it.
Yeah.
But it may be in that area too, right next
Yeah,
to
we
the
might
river.
hit it.
Yeah, you might hit it. So
I
when you dug the
remember
water
at one
line,
time they had a vertical lift pole that went down 4 or 5 feet. So they may have to dig down 5 feet around that. And if they do hit that contaminants, well, isn't it better we know it so NYSEG can take care of it?
Yeah.
So I would say take care of it all and do the right thing and not try to half it here, because this is, people are going to be walking on it and they're going to have their babies and everything. So we can't take a chance. Shouldn't take a chance.
The nature of these projects, you want to make sure that they're fine for discovery, but that's obviously the remediation should not be part of the village responsibility for that stuff. But also the idea of this project is to flatten the earth, get rid of the structures, and then put fill and enough dirt and landscape to cover that area. So therefore it's no one's ever going to go down into it and build around it again. You're just sealing it off. That's what this project is generally for. Yes, if there's some significant remediation to be done, then yeah, and that also may hold up the grant a little bit. But we just want to make sure that we're not putting it all on the contractor, and the contractor finds it. Well, now they dig it up, and then suddenly that's on our bill too. So
yeah, well, if they hit that coal tar or whatever it is that is contaminated, then that'll be NYSEG's problem. So, and they'll be in the area anyway, so they can take care of it.
Well, it is covered under unforeseen conditions. Site assessments have not identified any subsurface structures such as buried tanks. However, it may be possible that such structures may be encountered. Should unforeseen structures or conditions be discovered, the contractor shall immediately cease all work and contact the village. I think that might.
Yeah, this is not my area of expertise, so I don't, I can come up with some of the answers, but some of them I do think that maybe Phil, you gotta, I don't know, maybe just, I mean, talk to Jerry Contento and see what he says. You know,
Well, I
Yeah.
wouldn't recommend that, but
You
You
wouldn't
gotta
not?
watch them do it.
just the depth is can be down to remove all known structures, all
Yeah.
whatever those buildings
Right.
are, the foundations, everything else, anything that has to do with those two buildings. That's so the depth should go down to that. You don't want to go looking for. You don't want to essentially go looking for
Right.
stuff.
No.
Yeah.
No. Because we find them like we did those gas tanks a couple years ago.
Yes. Thanks.
Oh yeah. There may be something that pops up. Sure.
Yeah. All right, Dan, I'll let you work with Phil on this. But I think unless any of the other trustees have any other thoughts, I think we can leave it in your capable hands and move on. Good? Yes?
I'll make a motion that we delegate or allow Dan to move forward with the demolition RFP with adjustments as he sees fit.
Got it. Ed
Second.
seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous. Okay, very good. Let's see. All right. Discussion of trustee projects.
This also
but-
ties. Sorry, Pat. Just want to
Go
say it ties into the happening in homers too.
Before we get into this, I just, since we've got Buzz on here, if Buzz wanted to give us an update on the water tank.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I sent a call out to them, so they're supposed to be calling me back. We have climbed up, we looked in, it's really, the liner hasn't dropped down, but there's a big slice in the side of the liner, probably about halfway down, and then almost to the bottom, there's another slice, so
Oh, so it's
I
shot.
don't, just fatigue that did it. I mean, I thought it would be something with it doing with the ice, but apparently it wasn't, so.
All right. Yeah. Well, when you know, let us know. What? How long can we go without that tank in operation?
Well, we probably could go indefinitely. I mean, the other tank, when we put those liners back in to redo those tanks was because it was close to 9/11 and everybody was thinking of being able to tie it into everybody and supplying somebody if somebody's water got contaminated or something like that. So that's why we fixed them, so we had a bigger supply of water.
Okay.
The other thing is, they were talking, they didn't want to put it, if they had to do it, do it again, they may not want to put a lot of money back into that because we don't really need it. We got the 800,000 gallon tank on the cemetery side. So the other thing is to think about is that line runs down underneath 81. So if that ever busted, it'd probably be fixed, but it's probably
This
going to
might be our answer then.
One of the thoughts you may want to think about is that if the 800,000 tank ever needs to be fixed, what do? It's those two. So you may want to put something or think about maybe fixing them just in case the 800,000 one needs to be repaired someday.
Well, that was the other thought, Ed. If one went down, we still had, one tank on one side, one tank on the other side.
I guess, yeah, I mean, just keep going. I'm trying to get a price and then we'll have to decide based on the price probably.
All right.
And then also, if we don't replace it now, but in 3 years, we decide, yeah, we probably should, is that a problem? Have we waited too long and, something's deteriorated or whatever?
I don't know if I went, that long, probably,
Okay.
because it's going to get, without behind it's going to get rustier and,
Right.
and I mean, it might be able to clean it out, but
Okay.
decide what we want to do, I guess, whether we keep that one going and leave the one there or put them both back in.
Okay.
What's the material on the inside? Is it polyurethane or what is it?
The liner is made out of PVC.
Oh, so it can be welded.
That's plastics, PVC,
Yeah.
the plastic, PVC.
Yeah, you can weld it.
Well, that's
Maybe you
another
can
thing.
get somebody in there to kind of glue it back and weld it in. Yeah.
That is an option, I think, because it's like a pool, which they can do that same thing with a pool. So that's what I'm waiting for, that guy to give me a call, whether he can, you know, if they have somebody in this area that can stop in and take a gander at it. I mean, right now we could take the plate off where a person could get inside of it now because it's down that low. So they could get in and take a better look at it. So, but when I talk to that guy, I'll have more answers for you.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. Anything else?
Back to our project list, I think.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I just didn't want Buzz to have to listen
Yep.
to that entire.
So everybody went through and we have the projects assigned. Let's see if I can find.
Was that in the packet that went out today?
No, this is
Long time ago, right?
yeah.
I can't even remember what I'm doing. I'm like Biden. I forget.
So all right, I brought it up here. Let me take a look. Close that. All right. So the 2020 to 2022 list of projects and actions. Everyone picked different things. So I'll go through them real quick and read. Number 1, welcome signs, Tim. Number 2, regional economic development committee. That's me. Governor's police reform. We did that already. We just finished that tonight. Number 4, the Route 11 linear park is Pat and Kevin. Number 5, LED lighting. That's me and Tim. And I did email NIPA and ask them what the deal was. And they shot off an email to their contractor, or the person that's, I don't know, not the people doing the work, but the general contractor at Guth, and no response. So I don't know what the heck's going on.
I have a small update in that regard.
Oh, good.
On Saturday, I had one of their apprentices in class, and I asked him, I said, where the hell are our lights? And the kid said, we have all the material for it. We just haven't got a schedule yet. So they have the material, it sounds like.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to store the material at our place.
That's just a, I mean, once they start, I think they'll bring everything down and put it there so that they can operate out of
okay.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Next up is the Little White Church. That's me with Pat and Ed. Number 7, DOT issues on Route 90 and Route 40. That's me and Tim. The number 8 is the Economic Development Committee. That's Pat and Ed, and that's the DRI, the Red Sea, and the comp plan. Number 9, Environmental Committee. Pat's got Pat support. No one took the lead on that one. I just don't have time right now to do that. So we could still use a trustee to be the lead on that.
Well, actually, they're kind of doing well on their own. We wanted them to take the lead.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Let's let them keep going. Number 10 is the dam removal project. So that's Pat and Kevin. Number 11 is the salt shed and solar project. That's me and Ed. Number 12 is DDS and NICEAG. That's the office staff and myself with Pat supporting. So we have a meeting with them on Friday. Number 13 is the bus shelter. That's Pat with me supporting. 14 is the garbage issue. That's Ed and Kevin. 15, code book and zoning for Pat. That's Pat. 16.
Now me also.
You want
that's right.
on the code book, Ed?
Well, yeah, I think I got signed up for it yesterday.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah.
16 parking. That's me and Tim. 17 web page update design. That's Zach. Number 18, the comprehensive plan. A couple of these things are in a couple different times. That's Pat with myself and I'm sure Ed supporting. 281 beautification. That's Kevin with Ed supporting and Tim supporting. Number 20, the 5-year budget plan. That's myself with everybody's help. The number 21, sewer projects. That's Tim. 22, Tree City certification. That's Pat. 23, sidewalks. That's Tim. Oh, and Tim, I got to send you something on the sidewalks. Yes, I'm going to forward you something in a second. Let me, yeah. Hold on 1 second. Let me forward it right now because my email scrolls like the credits of a TV movie, you know, when they're trying to go to the next thing and they just zoom them by.
Oh, yeah.
Email. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. There it is. Wait. Yes. I am going to. Oh, yeah, Pat, you got it too. I'm going to forward it to Tim right now. Tim, it's all yours. Hot potato.
Mhm.
All right. Let's see. Number 24, the 5-year capital plan. That's myself with all of your help. 25, the water meter project. That's Tim. 26, farmers market. That's Tim. 27, village handbook and procedures is Tanya. 28, the Cortland local food project and the Hunger Coalition. That's me. 29 is the fishing committee. That's me. Haven't met in a while. We have to revise that one. So yep. So that's where they are. And so we're gonna want you guys to. Everyone's gonna have to do a happening in Homer and talk about the projects that you're assigned to and what's going on with them. It's every 2 weeks, and so the next one is coming up next week, right?
This Thursday, I think.
Next one's coming up this Thursday. If
This Thursday, right, Vinny?
Correct.
Yes, sir, that's correct. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Sorry,
You're checking to see if he was asleep, right?
This-
no, I was just about 2 arms lengths away from the laptop. And I'm here.
That'll
Yeah,
happen.
no, this Thursday I was actually just taking notes along, just pretty much yeah. We could do anything that we have here, so I'll just wait for anyone that wants to do it. Go ahead.
Kevin Slack would like to do the 8th of April, and that's the one after this one.
Okay,
Got
no
it.
problem. Yeah.
So he's already signed up for one.
Okay. Let me see if I can get here. Yeah, I'm an old man here.
Okay.
So yeah, well,
Okay, so Kevin Slack, I have him on Facebook, I think. I don't have his email or anything, but
But he wants to do the 8th April.
April
So he still
8th,
needs
okay.
somebody. Yeah.
okay. What about this week? You said who's going to do it?
We haven't yet.
No rush.
Yeah, we'll have to come up with something. I guess.
I was figuring just like, because you guys were just rattling off all the projects, we could just, I mean, Pat, we talked on the last one, but you mentioned on the tail end that you were going to mention the list of projects again sometime soon. But so, I mean, we could, I don't know. It's up to you guys. It's no rush. Like I said, we usually get it done on time. So if you want to, give it today and tomorrow.
We'll come up with something.
It's up to you, Hal, for controversy if you want me. You know what I'm going to say, right?
Ed,
Which you probably don't, which is okay.
That's why we got to get him on the microphone.
No, you don't.
you know what?
Because I'll cause controversy and we don't need any of that right now.
Well, we could always stir some up though,
No, I could, but I don't want to.
And you just have to stick with your list. Just stick with your list.
Well,
That's it.
like I say, talk about the DRI and stuff in the comp plan. There's a lot of interesting stuff there.
Oh, you
You're
guys
on.
got DRI stuff?
No,
We did
we're
last time, and
fine.
if it's gonna come out again,
Okay.
they're talking about opening up the funding again for all the CFAs and DRIs.
Oh,
And we got a real shot at getting 10 million for downtown.
Yeah.
That'd be great. That'd be
If
great.
we don't
Red
get it this
Sea-
year, we might get it next year.
yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
thinking Oneida will get it first because they're giving it to all the Democratic cities.
Are they still, did they miss any payments with that, Hal, or are they still right on? You don't know?
They during the pandemic they missed all payments. I mean,
That's what I was figuring, yeah.
You could not pry money out of them.
And they're not
But-
gonna, it's not like it's all gonna come back in one check either, so that's probably gonna be,
Well, it might because we,
Maybe.
with the federal government, we got that big bailout.
oh, true,
so,
yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
Oh,
well,
yeah,
like I
they're-
said, yeah.
they're on a
I won't
spending
talk about
spree.
garbage, Al.
You're up, Ed. You can do it. You're on for
Well,
Thursday.
Yeah, so I'll reach out, or I'll get somebody's contact information, whatever. You guys can find me.
It'll
We'll
be
get in
me
contact.
It'll be
Okay,
Ed.
Ed. So I'll get in touch with you here after, and we'll get in time to meet. All right.
anytime. I'm
All right.
retired. I can come in anytime.
Well, I'll be you someday. Looking
I'm just
forward to that.
making boats and futzing around in the workshop, so.
And take me on your boat. That maybe we could chat on the boat. We'll do
Yeah,
that.
we have a boat out in the workshop right now being worked on, yeah.
All right, I'm getting my mug
Good
out of
deal.
here.
All right. Well, it's any other questions for us, Vinny? Because I think we're at that point now where we can take questions from the media. So you.
I mean, what's the latest on that little white church project? Have you guys?
Still
did you
waiting to
see-
hear about that
Yeah.
one grant we applied for. And we'll
Okay, yeah.
probably try to apply for some more for
And
that.
I guess the other thing was I know that it's not in your hands right now, but the Dollar General, did you guys get declared the lead agency on that, or is that coming back to you eventually, or do you know?
I think we are lead agency for the subdivision of the property, but that
Oh.
hasn't come to the village. That hasn't come to the board yet, the village board yet. It's
Okay,
still with
gotcha.
the planning board.
All right, so no, I mean I'm good for now. I'll settle up. We'll settle up with that on we're on all else matters, all other matters.
Good deal.
All right.
Don, anything?
Yeah, your demolition bid, Route 11 Properties. You're accepting the bid from a contractor? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, we're just getting the bid ready to put out, and then it's just a request for bids.
Oh, it's an RFP, so it isn't the actual bid.
No, we haven't gotten any bids yet. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was, because it says approve the bid, and
Yeah. That threw me too, but no, it's just to approve the RFP. Yeah.
okay, that's all I got. The rest of the stuff, I'm cheating on this. Dan let me record it so I can go back and capture all of you guys with all the bad things you did.
But we're open about it.
Transparent.
Yeah, it's like the federal government.
What?
I'd like to think we're a little bit more transparent than that.
All right. Anything else?
I'm done.
All right.
I've got something real quick. I'm looking for permission to take a vehicle and our line painter down to Dryden to help Andrew Pierce down there set up a lacrosse field. He doesn't have any equipment to do so. Usually Cortland helps him out, or other places around the
Sure.
area. So
I think that's all right.
he's a
Pat, I
good
know
guy.
is
Most
okay
people
with
know
it.
him. So yeah.
It's a good- Oop.
They help us out on time, so I think it's reciprocal that we help them out.
Is this a good time to talk about possibly putting money aside for grants and comp plans and that stuff? Because I don't think we did in our budget.
No,
Well,
but this is not the right time for that because let's wait and see what we get as part of the direct aid to municipalities.
Yeah, I didn't
Cal?
want a number. I just thought a discussion more so than anything.
Yes,
We're gonna
Karen?
have to get people involved and
For for Zach's thing, can you go back and vote on that? Because if it's a village project, it would be covered by insurance if something happens if you vote.
Got it. All right, so we need a
I'll make a
motion.
motion for Zach to help out Dryden with their lacrosse fields and using our equipment.
I'll second that.
Discussion, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Unanimous. All right, that's it. Do you guys have any comments before we have to go to executive session to discuss a legal matter? Going once, twice, thrice.
Did you say a legal or illegal matter?
Illegal.
Because I should probably attend that meeting.
Yeah, no, legal matter.
All right. Well, I'll talk to Ed. I'll get a hold of your email or something. I'll get a hold of you. Okay.
We'll get you his.
It's online. It's ed.finkbeiner@yahoo.
Oh, okay. Easy. All right. I'll send you an email then shortly.
Okay.
Very good.
All right. See you later.
Thank you.
Aye.
All right.
Tim, did you want to talk about your basketball stuff?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So I started looking around at some pricing and stuff like that for the entire setup, from the pole to the hoop to everything, right? And it's looking like probably everything can be bought for under $9,000, and then we would have to install it.
And this is for 4 new.
This is for 4 new complete systems. They come with the padding on some of them they don't come with the padding. All of them are height ability to take it from 10 feet down to lower for little kids. One of them includes a system where you can lock it so that nobody can mess with the height at the same time. So we would be in control of that, and it wouldn't be moved up and down all the time.
I think.
So like if a younger group wanted to use it, like Zach would be able to lock it at a lower height for their time that they had it. And then other than that, it could be set up as a regular 10-foot.
I would think that would be the one that would make the most sense.
Yeah.
Certainly don't want people to go in there and be adjusting the hoops.
And if I'm incorrect, I apologize, but I think that's the one that comes with all the padding for around the pole and around the bottom of the backboard and stuff like that. And then I think it even gives you like a basketball or something for each one.
Now, were we still doing some sort of a fundraiser for this?
Well, that's why I wanted to bring this up. It's been tough for a lot of folks. So, I mean, I think I could still come up with the funding from a lot of people that I would, reach out to, but I don't know. I want to see what you guys felt.
You think you could hit 25% of the funding?
I think so. I know I'm going to put a big chunk in myself. So.
Yeah, I mean, if you could raise 2,500, I think we could. I would be okay with us figuring out where to come up with the other, roughly 7,500.
Okay.
Replace them. I mean, it is
People
an
use
important
those courts
thing.
a lot, so that's a good thing to do.
Oh, here's a kicker, Hal. You got to let us in.
Well, right. I don't know. What's the status on that still, man?
So it's complicated, of course.
Oh, right. That's right. You told me they've got to have their own ball and they can't.
Right.
Yeah.
So I can get us in there, but it's got to be distance training. It's got to be individual stuff.
Yeah, and so I have no problem, but it can't be a free for all. It's got to be coaches and that, because you let people in and say, hey, you can only dribble your own ball. You can't play 3-on-3 or whatever.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. The problem is.
Yeah, I was going to say, because they've been letting them do it down at the JM Sports Complex, and they've been flat out playing games.
Yeah, and I don't know what our liability is. I don't know.
Well, that's the interesting thing is games are being played everywhere. Tournaments are ongoing right now in New York State, all over the place, and we're the ones following the rules. I feel like, but I don't know. What
are the rest of the guys? I mean, I don't know the answer to this. What we should do. I mean, I would love to open them up, but
is the governor going to come down and arrest somebody? I doubt it.
Yeah,
I'd leave it up to Zach to manage it. He's the man.
Well, there's no way we can control. I mean, once it's open, and just like you see, they're playing pickup football on the green. I'd love to see it, but it's also right.
unless Zach wanted to take on a deal where he could have a time slotted for people to kind of not rent it, but this is their time slot of use.
Yeah.
Open it up and then, just free shoot at the basket kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't know what the answer
Lock
is.
it at night. I don't know.
I mean, I'm still going to get people showing up to play games, and I'll have to explain to them we can't play games right now.
Yeah.
I
It's
don't know.
it's an important part of the village, and I don't know what do you guys think? I mean,
Cortland's baskets are still off of the rims are still off of their baskets. I asked Angie the other day when they're putting them up, and it sounds like until New York State lists basketball as medium risk instead of high risk, they'll probably stay that way. But I don't know. I don't think the public has the appetite for this much longer. If it was in my personal opinion, I'd open them up completely, because those kids are playing football on the green. There's other sports going on, lacrosse clubs going on. In place of basketball, Homer Rec basketball this year, a Homer basketball club opened up. They're playing at the JM, so people are doing stuff and they're not getting sick from it. So outdoor basketball, I would think, would be lowest on totem pole risk-wise in that regard. But
there's been a lot of talk about mental health and stuff, and here's these hormonal young men and ladies wanting to go out and do a little exercise, and stopping them is kind of like, at least they aren't managed. They're off the street.
No, I know.
They gotta have a little self-control. Can they wear masks? Nobody's gonna be the police, the mask on.
The problem is, Ed, what happens when one kid gets COVID and the parents say, yeah, they got it. He must have got it playing basketball. We're going to sue the village. We're going to sue him into oblivion.
Well, that's for Dante to say, hey, how are they going to prove that?
Dante, on a legal side, what's your take?
I mean, in general, we really want to follow all laws and guidance that New York State issues. So I don't actually know, but I heard that Zach said basketball is still classified as a high risk activity, and I don't know what that means as far as how allowed that is. So if it is per se not allowed by a regulation by New York State, that's where we get into a lot of hot water.
Yeah. So the free for all, like it would be, is not allowed. It's the only thing that's allowed is organized, structured practices, distance practices. Kids are staying away from each other, masks, etc. And
that's fine if we have that sort of thing going on, but
right.
Again, it has to be unlock it, let the people in to do that, and when they're done, lock it back up.
A key point in the rules is that the municipality or whoever's in control of the activity has to be able to enforce the guidelines as well. So that would be me at the gate, making sure the coaches are doing what they're doing, supposed to be doing, etc.
Yeah.
So there you are. That's the answer.
And the other thing too is if Cortland still has their rims off.
Yeah. I mean, it sucks because it's, like today would have been a great day to go out, but it is a global pandemic still. All right.
But that in turn doesn't stop us from tearing down the old stuff and putting up brand new stuff.
No, it doesn't. But so let's wait, because I don't think we have the 7,500 figured out where it's going to come from yet.
Mm-hmm.
I've got an idea, but if you want to start moving forward with the fundraising part of it,
I'm gonna then.
Tim, what was the one that you wanted? The full court diamond or the?
Hang on 1 second. I'll tell you which one I was thinking.
And then while you're thinking of that, Phil, is there anything else that if we're gonna, since we have the courts closed, if we need to do any maintenance or refurbishing of the surface, we might as well take this opportunity now, if we can.
Right. Yeah, I think it's in pretty good shape at the moment. So, Dickie Hotshot did it here probably 4 years ago. Right around there, it was all resurfaced and everything. So I'll go down and take a look at it tomorrow.
Didn't we paint them?
Sure
Sorry, didn't we paint them last year?
I don't know if we painted them last year or the year before, but it's pretty recent. So
Yeah.
All right. Anything else before we go to executive session? Once, twice, thrice. All right. We make a motion.
Motion to go to executive session. Per New York State section, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Section 105.